What's up, everybody? How you doing today? My name is Gary. Welcome. I'm here to talk a little bit about graded cards. There's a huge misconception that PSA is the only company you should be grading with. Or like I hear people all the time, why didn't you grade with PSA? Why didn't you grade with PSA? They're not the only one that can get you resale value. There are so many other companies out there. And don't let anybody tell you about SGC. PSA just bought them. So PSA and SGC are now kind of sister companies. They're one and the same. So if you're grading cards, just do your research. I have done a bunch of research for you. If you're going to stick around, this video might be a little bit longer. But let's call it a trainer talk. Today I want to kind of use my slab collection here to go over like price points to show the difference just in what I have here. And these aren't like super high value cards. These are just my cards. These are just cards I like that I've either bought and purchased or I've sent out myself. Most of these have been sent out myself. Some of these were gifts and some of these I did pick up for really cheap. But we're going to start with Beckett. With Beckett, to me, is the number one company to grade with. They're just also the most expensive. But if you want resale value, just pay attention to the price points when I talk about each one of these cards. Listen to the black label. That's Beckett. Listen to the price of the black label. If you're really worried about resale value and you really want to make a lot of money doing this, which I think it's ridiculous. You're turning a hobby and a card game into investment. I do this because I like it. Like, I like these cards and each one of them means something to me. And that's like, I just enjoy Pokemon. So that's why I collect. Now, if you're one of those people that's like all about the money, I don't think this video is going to be for you. But if you're a collector and you're trying to learn, I got you. So we're going to start here with this Iono Japanese promo. This was like a box promo. If you bought the box, you could get this too. So it's got a 9.5 in a Beckett. Clean card. And I wrote everything down because I'm old school and I want to keep track on paper. That's just how I am. The 10 price in Beckett is $50.50. $50.50. So in the 9.5, I priced it at like $35. The black label for this card, the Beckett black label for this card is $597.36. PSA 10, this is a $35.50 card. In a CGC 10, $18.50. In a CGC Pristine, $39.21. Okay, so you heard the black label price, almost $600. And that boils down to population. So Beckett is extremely strict, like extremely strict on their grading scale and how they grade. And this is a good point right here. This card looks to like your eye. This card looks perfect to me anyway. You can't really tell, like maybe a little bit right there in the corner, but you can't tell unless you have one of those magnifying glasses with a little grading card you put on top. It's got all the squares on it and it kind of lines everything up for you and it gives you a score percentage. And that's how they grade your card, if you didn't know that. But Beckett, they put it on the card. If you pay for it, you can have subgrades put on the card. Like this one doesn't have it, but this one does. So you can have subgrades put on the card, and then it is like a breakdown for you, you know? I enjoy Beckett, plus the slab is like double the size of any of the other companies. It is really thick. And this, let's see, Lechonk Illustration Rare, in a mint 9 for Beckett. I put this at about $50. That's my cost. What I would sell it as. In a Beckett 10, it's $100. In a Beckett Black Label, this is a $500 card. In a PSA 10, this is $77. In a CGC 10, this is $21.71. In a CGC Pristine, it's $105. So $105 Pristine, PSA 10, $77, or the Beckett Black Label, $500. if you're really trying to sell and make money and like profit and make this an investment and like actually, you should be Beckett. And I'll continue to prove it with every single one of these cards because it's absolutely mind-blowing. The reason why I'm trying to stray away from PSA is because of population control. The reason why black labels, the price is so high on some of them and like really high, like you'll see I have a few in here that I didn't know that black labels were like $5,000. I had no idea until I did the research today. You'll see that PSA, you can go into their website and you can look and there'll be like a Charizard. It'll be like a $500 or $600 Charizard, but there's like 30,000, 40,000 in the population. You know what I mean? But if you look at the Beckett Black Label price, there's only like 50, making the price like 10 grand. You know what I mean? And these are just wild numbers that I haven't done any math. I haven't done any research on that, but I'm just trying to explain population control in like the most basic way I possibly can. That's how population works. Like you'll notice on some of my cards even that like the PSA price and the CGC price are like really comparable, and that's because they have the same population. But the Beckett price is like way higher. That's because there's no population. So people that do submit with Beckett, I don't know, I feel like they know, okay, I'm gonna get a 10 back or I'm gonna get a black label back, and then nobody else is gonna have one. So I have like a one of one perfect card. I can control the market. That's kind of like how I feel like that's what's going on with PSA. Everybody's submitting to PSA and they're like subconsciously controlling the market with all of their PSA cards. Whereas like really, if you really think about it and you really wanted to earn a lot of money, you could go for the CGC Pristine because it is also worth more than a PSA 10, or the Beckett Black Label, which I hope I can find a Beckett Black Label, buy one or get one myself when I submit, because I'm going to send out a few Mewtwo's. I'm excited for that. I'm rambling now. We're going to move on. This is GMA. I don't really know much about this company. I priced this at $15. Beckett 10 is $64. Beckett Black Label's $320, and this is the Evolving Skies Full Art Flareon. PSA 10 $49, CGC 10 $18.50, CGC Pristine $44.99. So again, the Black Label is $320. That's so wild. All right, tag. Tag. Yeah, the card looks cool in there, but I think their slabs are trash. Personal opinion. I don't really have anything else to say about that, but we will check the price like everything else. So in a tag, I put this at about $20, even though it's a 10. I put this at about $20. In a Beckett 10, it's 27. In a PSA 10, it's 21. In a Beckett Black Label, it's 172.50. CGC 10, 17.55. In a CGC Pristine, 29.02. So again, Black Label 172.50. Next we have CGC is next. Pikachu. We got a Pikachu V, and I really enjoy this company. I think PSA is my personal favorite, but Degree is slowly becoming, the more research I do and the more I see Degree, I really like them too. My freaking dog. Oh man. All right. So the Shining Fates promo Pikachu V in a Beckett 10 is $52. And a Beckett Black Label is $260. Right now, as it sits, it is only a $22 card, which I forgot to write over here. In this PSA 10, it's a $22, or a CGC. In a PSA, it's $39.99. And in a CGC Pristine, it's $42.50. So again, the Black Label, $260. And that's because they're really strict. I'm assuming that's why they're really strict. You know, I wish this would have got a Pristine, man. V-Star Universe, Japanese Darkrai. Beckett 10 is $73. In a black label, $320 in a black label. As it sits in a CGC 10, Gemmin 10, it's $35.80. In a PSA 10, it's $49.37. Sorry, I sloppy handwriting. In a CGC Pristine, it's $52.18, which is not a big jump. It's $20 more than what it got, but I mean, it would just be cool to have the different label, the Pristine label. I don't have one in my collection yet. Still working on it. Now, we talking about vintage. I have a few, and I do like vintage. That's what I grew up. I grew up with stuff like this, and I have more that I'm of this style of card that I'm gonna send out. I just have a thing for Magikarp. There's like a handful of Pokemon that I really enjoy. Gengar, Bulbasaur, Magikarp. I just really like, I don't know, Cardass was really cool when I was young. That's what this is. This is a Bandai Cardass card. I've done some shorts on this one, but this is really special, man. Like, if you have any of these, I don't care what grade or what condition they're in, send them out, man. Get these preserved, because these are like, you don't see stuff like this anymore. It is really it's rare. It really is rare, and I'll prove it. It's got an 8.5, all right, in the CGC, and it's $50 right now. If this would have got a Beckett 10, it's $371. A black label is $1,855. So like, it's a regular card, non-hollow, nothing special, you know, just a regular card. PSA 10, $285. CGC 10, $228. CGC Pristine, $410. So if you have vintage cards, like, it doesn't have to be the shiny stuff. It could just be rare. Like, you just do your research on the card. This is from 1997. It's part 4. It's most people would pass this up and look at this and go, oh, this isn't nothing. Nah, this is, if you have any of these, I highly recommend you send them out to go get graded. I really do. These are special, like, for real. Bandai Cardass cards. Okay. This is one of my favorites. I really enjoy this one. And I have mine. This is about $50, worth about $50. But if it would have got the 10, $371. Wow. Same thing here. Now we'll move into English vintage, and I had two, because Vaporeon is another one of my favorites. I really enjoy Vaporeon as well. I have like, I don't know, I probably have like 30 different Vaporeons over there in my bookshelf. This is from Team Rocket, 2000. Let's see here. Mine, this is about $15. Set in a 6, sitting at about $15. In a Beckett 10, $350. In a black label, $1,750. In a PSA 10, $269.50. So you see the difference there between the Beckett 10 and the PSA 10. The Beckett 10 is $350. The PSA is $269. So you're still like almost $100 off. And then the CGC 10 is $94.54, and a Pristine is $237.50. So you see, like, it varies based on what company you choose to go with. And yet again, this is just a regular non-hollow dark Vaporeon, just because I really enjoy Vaporeon, and I would like to try and get a grade of everyone, like 1 through 10. So I've got 6, I've got 8.5, I've got 9, and I've got 10. This is a holo, and this one is special because it came from a Sylveon collection during the old black and white era, the original black and white era, not the Black Bolt White Flare. And this one, my price is about $100, $120. In an 8.5, yes, in an 8.5 as well, yes. The Beckett 10 is $799. The Beckett Black Label is $3,995. So if I sent this out to Beckett and it got a Black Label, almost $4,000. PSA 10, $614. CGC 10, $492. And a CGC Pristine, $886. So you see, like, it doesn't have to be the full art. It doesn't have, you just have to know what you have, you know? And yes, this is a Black Star promo. I have a huge thing for Black Star promos. I have a whole bunch more in the PSA stack over here. But I just enjoy promo cards. I don't know why everybody tosses them aside. I keep them, and I try, like when I buy boxes and stuff, I look at the promos to try and get the best looking promo, because I know that I might send it out to go get graded, because I do enjoy promo cards. Then we'll move into a Japanese vintage. And this was a card that I had, I think I got this in 1998, 1999 when I was a kid. I would have been like 10 years old, 10 years old when I picked this up. And that's why I got a 4.5. So you can see some of the scratches on the card. You don't even have to have a magnifying glass. And people would ask, why would you grade this? Well, it's memories for me. I don't do this Pokemon crap to make money. That's bullshit. I do this because I fucking love it. Like, I love Pokemon. It is what it is to me, you know. It's more than just a card game. We used this as an escape when I was younger. It wasn't just me, it was a whole group of us. We played the Game Boy games together. We traded with the Link, where you had to have the cable and hook your Game Boys together. Like this, you know, it wasn't what it is now. It was a lot different when I was growing up, that's for sure. But this, let's see, let's turn the page. In the 4.5, sitting at about $17. So I don't collect for money, as you can tell with my collection. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed by that. I don't care. Fuck your opinion. In a Beckett 10, $397. In a Beckett Black Label, $1,985. In a PSA 10, $305. In a CGC 10, $142. In a CGC Pristine, $257. So you can see that if this, you know, would have stayed in really good condition, and like you can see the white up at the top, all on the side, all down. Hey man, that's what happens when you're a kid. And you know, look at it. At least it's not folded in half. I have a Vileplume that's like that. Like, I mean, folded in half. All right, let's move into PSA. Everybody's worried about PSA. I'll save the no-name company that nobody talks about, that I get a lot of hate for. I'll save that for last. All right. I do have the most PSA slabs. Some were gifted to me, some were supposed to be for something, and then I didn't do it. We'll start with this one. And I'm probably, this is gonna get sent to somebody. I'm just lazy and I'm taking my time. Because I did have another channel. If I look familiar, it's because I probably am. I am G from G's Pokestop. Yeah, this was supposed to be part of our giveaway during the live stream, but 2 days after the live stream, my whole entire channel got shut down. I was reported for copyright infringement. I was reported for false advertisement and misleading consumers. I have the emails, man, and it just made me really angry. And I didn't send anything to anybody, because why would I send things out to people when I have no idea who it was that reported me? Was it somebody that was angry? What did I do? And then the copyright infringement was because an artist that I used to make a video, to make sounds to the music that I play, changed their licensing agreement on YouTube and on TikTok. And I was sharing my videos between the two sites. And when they changed their licensing agreement, it made like 70 of my old videos illegal, basically breaking copyright laws. And YouTube sent me an email saying like cease and desist, and then to remove. And then I was trying to remove it, and then I went to bed one day on Wednesday after our live stream. I woke up on Thursday and everything was gone. My whole channel. And it wasn't just my channel, it was like a whole bunch of other stuff too. My Instagram, and I think honestly I got hacked because I am slow and I use the same password across all platforms, which I changed everything now and I started over. But if I look familiar and sound familiar, it's because I am from G's Pokestop. I had almost 500 subscribers. And yeah, it really fucking sucked. But I'm a little bitter. I'm still a little angry because I don't know who did it and I don't trust nobody. The only person that I will rock with anymore is Ivan. If you haven't looked Ivan up, you should. Ivan 1923. That's my dude. He gave me this card and he gave me this. He gave me this. And he gave me one more in there too, because he's such a cool dude, and he and I have traded cards and we talk. We know each other. We live different cities, but right around the corner from each other, basically. And good guy. Go look him up, Ivan 1923. But after I got shut down, I didn't start another channel for a week and a half, and then I did start another channel. And I crashed out on this little kid. Fuck you, kid. And I don't care. I just don't care. I was trying to help, just like I'm trying to do now, and I still only get hate. If you made it 20 minutes, that's why I waited, and like I did all this talking first to see who would actually pay attention and watch this whole video, because I know a lot of people, they like and they comment, they watch about 5 minutes, and then they don't watch no more. When I was doing my channel, when I had the Pokestop, I was watching people's videos, like watching the whole thing. I was commenting. I was making response videos. I was helping people, giving people ideas. I was trying to brainstorm with other people. I was trying to collaborate. And I spread myself too thin. And I really don't have the energy for that anymore. And I just don't care. I do care about telling people my message, which is stop sending the PSAs. Find something else if you're worried about money. Don't be a scalper. Don't be a reseller. Enjoy Pokemon for what it is. That's my message, and I don't really care what anybody else's opinion is. I post videos, and I do this because it's fun for me. My goal is to hopefully grade cards myself. I mean, I'm already going to take over a card shop. That's still in the work, even though everything got shut down. The card shop owner is like, I don't care about that. So I in about a year, maybe a little longer, because the shop just got broke into and we lost a lot of money, I will be a part of a card shop, and I'll be like helping run and operate a card shop here in Clearwater, Florida. So moving on, brand new. Let's see. The PSA 10 is 25 bucks. The Beckett 10 is $32. The Black Label is $160. CGC 10 is $22, and a Pristine is $35.81. Now everybody freaks out about vintage, you know, like this and the card ass Magikarp and stuff. This is vintage too, okay? And just because it's vintage doesn't mean it's worth a lot of money. All right. And I love the Diamond and Pearl. I loved all those sets, you know, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, all that good. I love those sets. I loved all that stuff. Do I have any of it? No. I got, some of my stuff got stolen from me a long time ago, and I only have a little bit of these cards left. All right. Let's see, this Meganium in a Beckett 10 is $51, and the Black Label is $255. In a PSA 10, it's $39.61. Mine is about $25. I have mine at $25. CGC 10 is $31, and a Pristine is $56. So you see, like, sometimes the Beckett 10 and the Pristine, the CGC Pristine, they're comparable in price. Sometimes you can get them comparable, but the Black Label will always be your #1 price, no matter what. I don't care what card you pull up. There will never be a card that you can pull up that PSA has that will compare to a Black Label. That it won't happen. There's just no way. There's just no freaking way. It won't happen. Now, this Diamond and Pearl Venusaur, and mind you, these two are first edition. There's some of my only first editions left. They're first edition down there in the corner on Japanese cards. I do really enjoy Japanese. As you can tell, my collection is like a lot of Japanese cards. I love Japanese. I have a let's see, have a thing for vintage Japanese as well. I would rather buy vintage Japanese than American Japanese. I don't know why. Not only that, I'll admit, like, I'm cheap. The vintage Japanese Pokemon are cheaper, so I'll buy those before I buy an English one. I mean, they're non-playable. It's just for my collection. What's the difference? So the Venusaur is in a Beckett 10 is 116, and a Black Label's 580. The PSA is 89, but I have mine at 110 because I don't think that price, just like 4 months ago it was at 110, and I don't know what happened. It's like people, the population didn't change. Like I just don't understand. Like, no joke, 4 months ago this was sitting at $110. Like, because I have it all like listed. The CGC 10 is 71, and the Pristine is 128. So I don't understand. I don't know what happened with the PSA price. That it dropped. It was at 110. It was sitting at like 109.98. I just rounded up to 110, and then I do this video and I just double check everything because I know the market fluctuates, and I don't look at it all the time. I don't submit cards all the time. But when I looked this up to make this video and I was writing everything down, I was really surprised to see that this didn't go up in price and it went down. So that's news to me, you know. But that's the Japanese market as well. Like right now, the English market's being flooded with new cards, and like it's just different. It's different. Venusaur V, a non-holo from a starter deck. I have mine sitting at $25. PSA 10, $25. In a Beckett 10 is 33. In a Black Label is 165. In a CGC 10 is 15. In a Pristine CGC Pristine is 27. So it's not a lot. The V-Star Universe Garchomp V, mine's in a Gem 10 is sitting at $18. PSA $18. Beckett 23. Beckett 10 23. Black Label 115. CGC 10 14. Pristine 10 25. Let's see, a tag team promo, the EVGX. This is a Black Star promo. Let's see, in the Beckett 10, it's 195. In a Black Label, it's 975. I have mine sitting at 41. The PSA 10 is a 149.99. CGC 10 is 109.99. And the Pristine is 198. I love this Gengar. This was a gift from Mr. Ivan as well right here. He knows that Gengar is one of my favorites. I'm like rocking the shirt right now, you know. So I enjoy Gengar a lot, and he gifted this to me. And at the time, he told me it was only like $17 that he picked it up. And I do like to keep track. This is $28 now. And Beckett 10 is $38.67, and a Black Label is $467.58. PSA 10, $28. CGC 10, $20. Pristine, $30. So the Black Label, like I said, I keep telling everybody, PSA is not the most. PSA is not where you make your money. The Black Label, even the Beckett 10, even a 10 is worth more than PSA. It's just PSA doesn't grade as harsh as Beckett. So people continuously send cards, bulk, like hundreds and hundreds of cards to PSA. This is a fantastic tag team. I absolutely love this tag team card. We're looking at, where is it? The Sun and Moon tag team. Let's see. The Beckett 10 is 68. The Black Label is 340. The PSA 10 sitting at $53. The CGC 10 is $29.99, and the Pristine is $44.99. So $50, $53 card. Another promo, another Black Star promo. This time it's Pikachu, because oh my God, Pikachu. Mine sitting in a 9 is $25. In a Beckett 10 is $110. In a black label, $5.50. In the PSA 10 is $84.29. In a CGC 10 is $31.99. In a pristine is $58. This one absolutely exploded in price. I did not grade this one. I did not grade this. I picked this up for $35 about 3 weeks ago. Okay. And I was blown away today when I looked up the price. So I have mine in a 9 sitting at $150. I picked it up for $35. Sitting at $150. Because in a PSA 10, it's $402. In a CGC 10, it's $190 or $199.95. In a pristine, it's $270. In a CGC 10, it's $523. And in a black label, it is $2,615. You want to talk about population? This card this Pikachu right here. I didn't even know about this Pikachu until my card shop owner pulled it out and was like, you should really pick this up. I think this is going to explode in price, because it was a limited figure collection card. I didn't even know about it. I guess if you bought the little figure, it came with this card. I had no idea. I would have picked up the figure too, because I mean, I love my Funko Pops and stuff like that. I had no idea. And I picked it up. I was like, yeah, sure, $35. Paid him $35. Brought it home, added it to the slab collection, and I just jotted down $35 for the figure collection Pikachu in my book, and that was it, you know? It wasn't until today, 3 weeks later, I go to research all the cards and look up price points and look up where everything's sitting at right now, and I couldn't believe it that this is sitting at $150 in a 9. In a 9. Because the 10 is at $402. That's wild. That is fucking wild. So, I mean, if you have this and you haven't got it graded yet, I highly recommend, because I didn't look up ungraded prices. We're not talking about raw cards right now. We're only talking about graded cards. So, if you have this and you haven't got it graded yet, go send that motherfucker to Beckett, because you're looking at a Beckett 10 being $523. A Black Star being $2,600. Even if you got a 9 in a Beckett, you could still charge $200 to $300, because Beckett grades harsher than PSA. So even if you got a 9 or a 9.5, you're still right there. And it costs, I think it's like $30 to send one card to Beckett if you don't have the subscription, which I'm going to subscribe to probably a couple of grading companies and start sending out bulk orders probably the beginning of next year. But I couldn't be happier with the, yet again, promo, man. Strikes again. That's why people don't get rid of your promos. Now we're looking at Eevee Heroes, Vaporeon, my favorite. This is $33. In a Beckett 1044, black label, $220, $220. I looked at the wrong price, $220. In a CGC 10, $19.50. In a pristine, it's $29.99. In a PSA 10, it's $35. Here's another one that I picked up for $49 in a 9. Yes, I bought in a 9. And this is from the special collection or whatever. You could only open it. This only came in like a few like other boxes. This was only seeded, and I don't know. That's why it says Mew collection or whatever. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yet again, I jotted down in my book, Zapdos EX special collection, $49. And this is sitting at in a 9, sitting at $128.75. Beckett 10, $206.50. Black label, $1,033. PSA 10, $239.41. CGC 10, $121. Pristine, $445. That's just nuts to me. Newest addition to the family here. Just got this back. I enjoy this so much. Such a cool Lapras. Let's see here. From V-Star Universe, it's 1736 in a 9. Beckett 10, 27. Black Label 237. PSA 10, 3350. CGC 1675. Pristine 3324. Okay, now all these are done. We've gone over these now. Okay. Now, last 5 cards are Degree. And I compare this to PSA. Unpopular opinion, Degree slabs are the exact same as PSA slabs. They just frost their edges a little different. That's it. That's it. Whoopity-doo. Same label, style. Theirs is just green and black. Honestly, I like it. And you get the QR code plus your grade on the back. I like it. And then their little thing, slab for collectors. I'm going to keep on bringing that up, man. If you're a collector, they have deals going on right now. If you subscribe, you'll get little private emails. I just got a thing that says $8 bulk. Send out as many cards as you want. Sports cards, Pokemon cards, trading cards of any kind. Send them out. $8, doesn't matter. Unlimited. So you could go and say you want to send 100 cards. Go. Send them. All right. So the Ghastly. Sitting at $39 in this right now, $39. Beckett 10, 75. Black Label 375. A CGC 2750. Pristine 47. Look at that. Look, they even match up to PSA slabs. You just saw them. Yep. They even match right up. See that? They even match right up. They don't wiggle off. So how are you going to tell me that the price of this slab and a PSA slab is any different? They're the same. These might even be a little better to me, honestly. Like I don't know, these are sturdy. This one blew up in price too. No, it's not the Pokemon Center one. I know the Pokemon Center one is like, in a PSA 10, it's like $3,000 now. It blew up. Unpopular opinion. They stopped doing first edition cards and started doing the Pokemon Center stamp cards, and those are the new like first edition cards. Let's see. This is sitting at $194.87 in this right here. Beckett 10 is $253. The Black Label is $1,265. The PSA 10 is $194.87. The CGC 10 is $99.99, and the Pristine is $255. I love this set. This was my chase card. It took 2 boxes for me to pull this, and then once I pulled this, I stopped. I didn't want any other card. I just really wanted to get either this or the Lapras, preferably this, because I really enjoy the way they look. They were still able to make him look like a derp while making her look happy and still misty. So yeah, Degree is something I like. I like Degree. Don't hate on them. If you haven't tried them, you probably should. Definitely worth it. So we're looking at a Degree. This is $30 sitting right here. In a Beckett 10, 93. The Black Label 465. PSA 10, 6244. CGC 4022. Pristine 6750. One of my favorite Mews of all time. The Galarian Gallery and the Trainer Gallery from this set from Crown Zenith. Absolutely loved all the art. I mean, like, look, it's not just Mew. You get all these other Pokemon too. There's Pokemon in the water. There's Pokemon chilling right here. There's all around. Like, man. And to get a 10, this puts this at $122.89. In a Beckett, it's Beckett 10 is $200. Black Label's $1,000. PSA 10 is $122.89, which is what I'm considering this basically the same as PSA, so $122.89. CGC 10, $65. Pristine, $254.94. And then my favorite of all time, hands down, one of the best Vaporeon cards. I mean, whoa. Like, look at just the way I love this card so much. I am a huge Vaporeon person. Yeah, Wow. Okay, so this is sitting at $86. In a Beckett 10, $241. In a Beckett Black Label, $1,208. In a PSA 10, $86. So it's $86. CGC 10, $65.49. In a Pristine, $116.66. Now, this is the last card that I have that's graded. This is all my slabs right now. I have a question. Do you think that because these got 10s from Degree and they're a no-name company, right? Do you think I should crack them and send them to PSA? What about this and this and this? Let's ask another question. Do you think that these right here, do you think that I should crack them and send them to Beckett? What about these? Think I should crack them and send them to Beckett? If you're like, yeah, you should totally do that, the answer is no. The answer is no. It's a waste of time and money. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to recommend doing that to anybody. I don't think that you should crack your slabs. I think the grade is the grade. That's what it got. And it is what it is, you know? I did the Degree as an experiment. I really like them. I will submit with them again, but I'm going to be submitting more with CGC. They just opened an office literally 25 miles away from my house. Some of you might be like, ooh, 25 miles. Yeah, but if I sign up for their subscription thing, I could walk in, drop off my cards to them directly, and then they call me when my order is done, and I drive there and pick my cards up. I really like that. No mailing, no wasting, worrying about things getting lost or having to pay for extra added insurance. Nope. I drive my cards myself in my briefcase, which if you don't know, here, let's create some room. In my briefcase. In the briefcase of doom. Okay. My wife bought me this, and I know I say don't keep cards in top loaders, but sometimes you have no choice. Sometimes you have to keep cards in top loaders, you know? And I highly recommend, if you don't know about this, this is a hard lockable briefcase. And it's where I keep all my top loaders. This is how I keep my top loaders fresh. This is how I keep them looking brand new. This is how I keep them from bending, from creasing, from getting all scratched up. So I highly recommend looking into, I'm not talking about a soft binder. This is not a soft binder. This is hard. Like, it is metal on the outside. Like, this is legit. So if you are like me and you have a serious collection, how I have a collection, like I've even got old movie cards in here, card-ass cards. I recommend this. I think it's super awesome. It does lock on the front right there. Came with a cool little key. And yeah, that's where I keep my top loaders. And yeah, please, I highly recommend you guys try a different company. Give them a try. Just give them a try. You might be really happy. And next time, hopefully I can think of a better video for you guys next time. I know I talk an awful lot about these graded cards, but it's really what I like. And I'm trying to do something different than everybody else. So I have found another company that I would like to grade with. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right? So I want everybody to have a happy Monday. If you stuck around for 45 minutes, thank you. And we'll see you next time. All right? Have a great day.